didn't you think? So you thought Cardassians, not maybe assassins?
I mean, yeah, my brain.
Nor Cardassians, which is the usual.
Well, here's the thing. Cardassians never came into mind, ever.
Well, because you're reading it now. You're not hearing it. So that's why.
Because there's no K on the actual word when you read it.
Yeah.
Cardassians.
Yeah, you were like, those damn Cardassians.
Yeah.
Wearing their cardigans. It's fucking Cardassians.
Cardassians with two
That's
S's.
the thing. I think
Cardassians.
I think cardi is a slang for cardigans. It's
like for a cardigan.
People that wear cardigans. I don't think it's a.
Yeah, in British English, it is indeed a slang term for cardigan. So,
well, they know we're in America, dude.
Yeah, but there's like a really bad word for like cigarette that like we don't use.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's kind of like how
I use it.
It's not translatable all the time.
It's like how in England they couldn't call it Avatar: The Last Airbender because bending in English slang means you're gay. So instead, they called it Avatar: The Legend of Aang.
They couldn't let anyone know that air is gay.
Yeah, in England they call it it's Avatar: The Last Anal.
Also, why?
I don't know. That's not
also just what they call it.
Also, I didn't research whether the term bender is like a slur instead of a slang. So if it is a slur, I'm very sorry, England. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, also a bender is, like going on a bender, drinking a lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a term as well.
Well, sometimes you go on a bender and you end up bending,
That's true. Absolutely. That's true, yeah. That's the thing. That's why I always thought
that's how you explore your body,
like airbender, firebender, earthbender, water. I thought these were all dumb. I thought bender was a dumb term for it. Like always. Like,
well, what else can you call it?
Yeah. What else?
Well, I hardly know her.
What else would you say?
I don't know. Like a.
Wow.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a term that they invented that they get to keep for themselves. It's fine.
It's better than in Young Justice. Aqualad's little wands. They have the worst name. They're called water bearers. So that is a very difficult. It's very difficult to say quickly.
That?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull out my water bearers.
I guess that is kind of what they were doing because the handles themselves were the bearers, right? You could manipulate the water into shapes or something.
Yeah. So I was like, that's fine, I guess. It's just really clumsy. It's very. What's his name? Greg Wiseman. Greg Wiseman is very just like. This is the term I'm going to use. I'm sticking with it. You can't change my mind. That's how he writes. For better or worse.
That's how he keeps himself whelmed at all times.
Exactly.
So
how long has that been going on?
Cardassians.
He loves it. He signed it on the script he gave me when I bought it from him.
Cardassians.
It says stay whelmed.
Cardassians?
Yeah, the Cardassians, which is the name of the
like the people who play Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, those card-ass people.
It's a slur for the Cardies is also a slur for people like me. For people like me who used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, exactly. I was a fucking Cardie.
Miles, I just hear that in Miles's voice.
Yeah,
Cardie. I can't do an Irish accent.
The bloody Cardies.
Yeah, that's like more.
What a
English.
relatable racist.
Who wasn't so racist in this episode, actually?
Well, he has prejudices and he's working through them,
Yeah.
He acknowledges that he feels a certain way.
Yeah. He was like, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm trying for the sake of this kid. It's not his fault.
He's like, don't call him a Cardie. Don't call him a Cardie.
Yeah, he was thinking that the whole time.
Like, don't hit him. Don't hit him.
Don't say Cardie in front of the boy. Don't say Cardie in front of the boy.
Never mind. He was like super racist in private, like with Keiko or whatever.
Well, not private. He just said it to the side.
The kid was sitting there.
Yeah. He was right next to him.
Private.
That's really sorry. He said something very ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. Well, we're well in there. Let's get in. We might as well because the episode we watched was Cardassians. A very generic title.
Yeah.
Really, actually.
Yeah, it's like calling TOS, an episode of TOS, Vulcans.
Yeah.
Like it's a very unhelpful title.
Or, like Klingons, Romulans.
Yeah, it's probably the least helpful title of any episode so far. It's because it means nothing. This is also why I couldn't remember the episode, because I was like, what
this episode should have been called 2 Dads, 1 Son.
Yeah. Or 2.5 Men fighting.
Like my favorite CBS show.
You love that guy. Yeah, you love that.
My favorite thing to do. I shouldn't say this, dude.
You can't say that then. You can't say my favorite thing to do and then leave everyone hanging.
Okay, so this may be a strictly California / US thing, but
okay.
When there's a high-speed chase, specifically in California, they'll stream it on the website of the news channel.
Oh my God, that's such a thing. I never realized that, how many people are into that.
Yeah.
And I'm into it.
At work, we get stopped down work to watch. Yeah,
I would start yelling like.
But is that really unique just to California? Like, does no other state do this?
I've never seen it anywhere else, really, honestly. Especially in the workplace.
Well, here it's on every channel. It's on every channel. Yeah.
Well, part of it is that you need to have a freeway system in order to have a high-speed chase. Yeah. And not every state has like a freeway system that could even support a high-speed chase to begin with.
I suppose.
Like you'll never really see a high-speed chase in like England. Like it's not really like.
I mean, GTA Online is based on LA for a reason.
But like you probably would maybe in Germany because they have the Autobahn, like the freeway where there's literally no speed limit. So that could happen.
So what I would do is I would tune in live to the YouTube stream,
and
then I'd wait till it was the height of this, like when good things were happening, and people would be like, "Oh my God, that was so dangerous! Oh my God!" Like people would be like live commenting, and I have this saved so I could just copy and paste it. But I would say, "Hey, important question here: does anyone know if CBS is bringing back 2.5 Men this season?" And I would do it all the
live stream.
In a live stream, and people would I would start getting notifications like people liking it, and then people getting upset. Like, stop commenting about this. This is serious.
Oh, you mean you would leave that comment?
Yeah, I would leave the comment. I would leave the comment. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were watching a live stream and you're spamming the chat with, "Hey,
I was imagining you at work watching it,
that
and asking your colleagues around you if 2.5 Men was coming back."
That as well.
I was also imagining a scenario where you managed to break into like a station's like feed and was saying, "But by the way,
okay, that's really sophisticated."
Yeah. Now you're letting your imagination run wild. Dude.
I did run wild. It did, because I was like, in what scenario would this make such an impact?
Are you? Did you get a mullet haircut?
Oh no, I just have my hair back. Yeah, yeah. I just have my hair really long. Since you last saw me,
he's in his long hair season.
Yeah, his era,
long hair era.
Yeah, long hair era.
We're over the eras. It's about to be Lives of Showgirls.
That's true.
God.
He's in his long hair show.
Yeah. But you know what? Cardassians, it first aired on October 24th of 1993, which means
oh my God,
it's been 6 days since our last Star Trek episode. We really need to know what happened by diving into this wormhole and asking the prophets what happened.
Well, some stuff happened. For instance, on October 18th, the Columbia Space Shuttle launched into another mission from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. It was STS-58, a mission that took up 48 rats to study the effects of microgravity on animals. However, this is before we started to test whether or not ants can be trained to sort tiny screws in space.
I was about to say we didn't get to that important step yet. We needed to go with the rats.
We'd be in 94 when we see that happen. On the 22nd of October, Rudy, directed by David Anspaugh and starring Samwise Gamgee, was released in theaters. It was an inspiring football movie that provided the soundtrack for many inspiring movie trailers.
Right. It's they don't really do that anymore, I guess.
They don't really like hijack other movie scores for trailers these days, but that used to be like one of the top contenders.
Yeah, now what they do is they take a pop song and then re-score it to be a cool sound bed for a trailer.
They'll slow it down and make it echoey.
Well, trailers, it's It's trends. So like, remember when like Nolan came out like with Inception? Like the big thing was the
Bwoms,
right? And then
Bwoms never went away. They're
still around, but they kind of just integrated.
But I feel like Nolan is always, whoever cuts Nolan trailers is always setting the trend, because and then it was ticking clocks.
Oh, the ticking clock.
There is a lot of those. Yeah.
Well, that's
so. Remember when Kanye West's Power was in like 3 trailers a year?
Oh yeah,
Kanye West Power. Anyway,
and then Imagine Dragons in the Mission Impossible trailer.
Oh God, yeah.
Or any sort of sequence goes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
God, I don't watch
also
trailers.
There's no reason to watch trailers. I
like going into a movie and not knowing anything at all.
I love trailers.
That is pretty cool.
I love trailers.
That is fun.
I love just like not being completely surprised. I have no fucking clue. I don't even want to know the name of the movie.
You're like, let's get rid of a whole section of people that cut trailers.
Yeah.
I used to make trailers for a living. I think they're mostly really boring.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I need to know what's coming out. They should still exist, but
I feel like trailers made the most sense during an era where you had to be in a theater to see trailers. Now that we are like in the everything is on the YouTube and internet era, it's more people that want to see like clips. People want to see like specific behind the scenes leading up to the movie. They want to know about.
Ever see a return of like the Don LaFontaine style, like just a guy trying to narrate at you what's happening?
At any day now, I think someone's going to do it for a movie. It's going to feel like a really fun throwback, and it's going to become a trend again. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have to. You can recycle that as like a radio ad as well. Because
in fact, radio ads basically work that way. That never went away for radio ads.
Used to be on the radio all the time.
So you could technically like have that and people not pay attention. And in fact, if they made it work, it would really catch more people's attention.
What are you talking? Like a description, like an audio description?
Well, remember all those trailers that would begin in a world?
Yeah,
it was always those.
Oh yeah, so
that
like
was all trailers back in like
and
the
in fact,
late 90s.
A lot of TV promos for bigger movies actually still do have at least
Brendan
a narrator.
Fraser is Encino Man,
something like that. And at the end, it'll be like, oh, the. What was the fucking? They turned out to be the new Avengers. What was their name? The Thunderbolts in theaters now. Like they'll do something like that.
The Misfits.
Like they'll do that. They'll still do that for TV promos because they're short.
Yeah, it's gonna make a comeback, I'm sure, because everything.
No, the one I hated all the time was everybody's talking about, and they just say a whole like whatever the title is a supercut of every time they say it.
I like when they narrate what's happening, and then they say, and then the actor says it, like the clip. It's like they killed his family. You killed my family. And
that's fun. I like when they do that.
Yeah, not the one where it's like everybody's talking about Tarzan. Yeah. That's a very easy one to make now
it's more
because
of like
now
a promo clip or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, those are promos now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now the promos, instead of doing that, it says the #1 movie in America or 99 or certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Like that's what it'll start with versus like
or see the movie everyone's talking about.
No, they don't do that anymore. They have to have proof now. They have to say it is
accolades, dude.
Yeah, it is definitely the #1 movie in America. It's definitely certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Like they have to have proof now. Like
sing along with Minecraft Demon Hunters.
the #1 horror movie in the West Coast.
Exactly. Yeah. The #1 horror movie in Alberta, Canada. You know, it's like
okay. Sounds good.
All right. Moving on.
They'll go for that. They'll go for that.
Also released in theaters was a comedy drama film called $20, directed by Kiva Rosenfeld. And the cast kind of stuck out to me because it has Brendan Fraser, Elizabeth Shue, and Steve Buscemi and Christopher Lloyd actually like sharing scenes together.
Oh, wow.
When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I kind of want to watch that.
$20. Ooh.
And also William H. Macy. The premise is kind of unique and vignette-y in that it follows the journey of a $20 bill that starts from an armored delivery car, and you just follow the bill as it goes through a bunch of transactions and people and glimpses into their lives. It's kind of like 22 short films about Springfield.
It's like the Love Actually of $20 bills. Where
I'm not sure about that one.
But I kind of just want to see the scenes with Christopher
Hear me
Lloyd
out,
and
guys.
Steve Buscemi.
It's a $20 bill, and we follow it as it makes its journey in the world. Doesn't that sound
great.
Cool?
That sounds
fun.
I
want to see that movie. Actually, I've seen that movie, and actually, it's a fun movie.
Yeah. See, I shouldn't work in trailers because that would be my pitch.
In a world where $20 is passed from person.
There's
to
no
person.
movie there's no stupid idea you could pitch that someone won't turn into a good movie.
That's actually true.
Money making,
or that someone can't turn into a good movie.
Yeah. That's actually true.
Does someone use a $20 bill to do coke in the movie?
They use it to buy a hooker.
Maybe it definitely goes. Okay. Yeah, like it
just the
$20. Several types of lives.
Well, it's part of the.
Okay.
From what I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it? Oh, I haven't even.
Yeah.
I have no idea. This wasn't on my radar at all.
It's a pretty good cast. That's a pretty great cast.
The cast is
give it a shot.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll do it for $20.
One day later, one day later, on the 23rd, with the Toronto Blue Jays World Series win over the Philadelphia Phillies, the CBS network concluded its 4-year deal contract to broadcast Major League Baseball.
Oh my god!
And they would eventually make their own little network afterward.
How does
hometown team
Ricardo? You being the baseball fan, how's baseball broadcast now? Where do you go? On shit?
It's shit.
Oh no, I'd be like, where do you even watch baseball now?
so
first you turn on ExpressVPN.
So it used to be you could turn on your local over the air KTLA number.
KTLA 5 would have baseball a lot, right?
They would air the games.
That or Fox 11.
And then stupid fucking Time Warner bought the sole rights. Look, one of the reasons we have Ohtani and the team we have is because of this deal. So they paid millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to have it strictly on Time Warner Cable.
Okay.
So you can get it there, or you can get it on MLB.com if you buy the pass. But if I live in LA and I buy the pass, I can't get my local games. They blocked them out, which is stupid, which I hate. Like, if I'm paying a premium price, if I'm paying over $100 for the service, I want all of it.
Vin Scully better come back from the grave. And
he better give me a hand job, from the grave.
A bony hand job.
Yeah, or else it's not worth it. I don't know. I have a hard time.
I want a chance to throw a pretzel at Whitey Ford.
Oh, it's a dark day, baseball.
It's a black day.
Oh, it's a black day, right? Yeah.
All right. One last thing, and then we can get back to more important things.
This is important. Okay.
Video game wise, recently we saw the release of Secret of Mana, and in October of 93, that would have been around the first time you could start seeing virtual fighter cabinets in the wild across the world. The very first fully 3D fighting game.
Yeah, but not fully 3D because it was still side to side, I think. I don't think they had sidestepping yet.
Polygons and all that.
Yeah. I think it was until VF3? Is that when they put in sidestepping? Or was it VF2? I remember the first VF didn't have sidestepping, I think. I
know that you couldn't sidestep in Virtua Fighter 2 for the Genesis.
Well, yes, for but then, or was that the first Tekken? Was Tekken the first? Was Tekken the 3D fighter with the first iteration you couldn't sidestep?
I don't know well enough to be sure, but that sounds potentially true.
I don't remember.
But that is also the end of my trip through the wormhole.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, you know what? Ricardo having problems with viewing local games off MLB.com brings us to our next sponsor, ExpressVPN. Because you know what? If you do have problems catching your local games that way, you can always hop onto a good geo-hopping VPN like ExpressVPN.com.
Change what local means.
So you can change where you are locally, and that'll let you get those games elsewhere. In fact, I have a personal anecdote from...
Do you want to be in Los Angeles 1 or Los Angeles 2?
Oh, that's an inside joke for ExpressVPN. Oh, man.
That's great, Dan.
You don't even know which one I'm in.
Now there's a Los Angeles 3.
I know, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of...
so many layers of Los Angeles.
But New York only has a 1 and 2. They didn't get a third yet. There's no...
Fargo got 1 now. I'm excited about that.
Well, you betcha.
Just to see if it was a thing, I also looked up Tokyo because I was like, is there a Tokyo 1, 2, and 3? And there's only one Tokyo, as far as I know.
Here, allegedly, this is an alleged story. Allegedly, this happened to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
His name sounds like Ricardo. Allegedly, this friend was sharing his other friend's YouTube TV account to watch sports games. But that certain service, YouTube TV, said you don't live in Fargo where your friend lives. You can't watch this service. And then this friend got ExpressVPN. And now, bam, it works, dude.
Wow, your
I'm
friend's
back,
so
dude.
fast.
I mean, the friend's back.
Well, you know what? All other friend of the channel and podcast.
It's not like a mob, dude. A friend of ours. A friend of mine.
Nate, he once tried to watch, I think it was a San Francisco Giants game, but from Central California. He couldn't like get it because he needed to like be in Central California. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to use the VPN. And you know what? It worked. He was able to watch the game with his dad. And look at that, solving family problems together. But you guys, you can head on over to expressvpn.com/newbiestartrek. And if you like the VPN you see, and if you sign up for 2 years, not only do you get an additional 4 months for free, but you also get the entire Identity Defender suite, which includes a bunch of stuff like your identity protection stuff. Like it makes sure that you have an ad blocker, you have a tracker blocker. It gives you ID alerts in case your information is leaked on the internet. It comes with ID theft insurance. It comes with a credit scanner. And it even comes with data removal services to make sure that all those companies farming your information, they got to get rid of that data.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining an ad blocker.
That's YouTube.
Whose entire goal is to make sure it stops your ad blockers
You're describing YouTube.
Yeah, I suppose, YouTube. But that's only per site. I'm talking about a global PC-wide ad blocker.
If it were up to Google, that's what they would do to Chrome. They would say, Chrome is now an ad blocker.
Maybe Chromebooks are already ad blockers.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah. Also, this is a service I rarely talk about, but in the event that let's say you do like professional IT work or something, and you need like a lot of high security, you can get a dedicated IP address as well. It's an extra cost. But ExpressVPN does offer a dedicated IP. This is helpful for people who like have to remote in into something and stuff. It's helpful to have a dedicated ExpressVPN IP. Not only will your connection be super secure, it'll also be very stable. No more dynamic IPs. So yeah. Again,
use it if you know how.
Yeah. If you know you need a dedicated IP, then you need it. If you don't know what that is or never heard of it before, you don't need it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you can head on over to expressvpn.com/newbiestartrek. And if you like that, again, 2 years gets you not only 4 months for free, but also the entire Identity Defender suite. And if you're not sure, it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. On top of that, let's also talk about House of Wise really quick, because House of Wise, like we talked about last time, that we talked about House of Wise, wide range of products, THCA pre-rolls, CBD gummies, all sorts of stuff. I personally use their CBD sleep gummies all the time. They've been great. And you're
using them right now. You're not even awake.
Yeah.
No, I'm barely up. I'm barely keeping up. It's also a woman-owned business, and all products.
Does he have CBD to like work out?
They do, actually. Yeah,
Really?
the strength for working out.
Are you using that? Because you have no sleeves, bro.
No one will see that.
I feel like Marvin, I would describe it. Marvin has a white shirt with no sleeves on. I feel like I was joking about the alpha male stuff, and now you're like fucking sleeveless, and you're like, I'll show you, you fucking beta. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted. I was hot. That's all.
You look very alpha right now.
Yeah, dude. You're doing a lot of roids from House of Wise.
Yeah, that's why I got the mullet. It's why I cut off my sleeves.
Yeah. You're talking about macros.
That's funny. When we were keto, we used to talk about macros all the time.
Oh my God.
But yeah, you can head on over to houseofwise.co. And if you see anything you like, you can use our offer code NewbieStarTrek to get 10% off your entire order. And you know what? There's free shipping on any order over $69. So again, you can head on over to houseofwise.co and use our promo code NewbieStarTrek for 10%.
You can't even pretend like you didn't know it was us.
It's explicitly
use that code in shame.
Yeah, 10% off your entire order. All right, everybody. Let's let Miss Nana Visitor introduce us into
Nana.
Ricardo, Nana Visitor here. Could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
Why'd she introduce herself after you already said her name?
Yeah.
That's silly.
Yeah.
Why'd she do that?
I should just let her introduce herself. Every time I should be like, and look who's going to introduce us.
Yeah. This episode, actually, I was really interested in. Because, as
There's
a
a lot going on. Yeah.
I've thought about this as a parent, like what
As a member of a race myself.
Yeah. As a member of a Cardassian,
Hey, we're the closest to the Cardassians, all right?
Yeah. I don't carry my card around anymore, but
yeah, you're not a card carrying.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So here's the thing. I thought about this, like, hey, what would have happened? Like, because you see stories like that, like, oh, a kid was lost, he was switched at birth. I can't, once my kids started growing up, I couldn't make that claim because he looks. They say he looks exactly like me. I don't see it. He does. But they say. So, but I was like, well, what if like where my kid gets kidnapped and like then years go by and then like he comes back. My biggest fear is kind of this thing where like this kid goes. I'm gonna jump ahead, but we'll touch on this. But like this kid. He gets left behind on purpose, by the way, by that Gal Dukat or whatever.
Right. So that ended up being like really confusing, where it's like a lot of like, we left him just in case I will be able to use him as bait for something later.
That's a lot of thought.
Yeah, like he stole Orion and left it at High Father's door.
Yeah. I don't.
And then he just like dips. Yeah. Like he just like walks out and you're like, is anyone going to stop him? Like
he just does they'll
I don't need to be here for this.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah. So he gets left behind on purpose. And he's raised by the
on purpose from the people that are.
We have the Cardassians and what the other race?
Gorgonzolans.
Yeah, what are the other people? What are the other people?
I do like Gorgonzolans. That's pretty good. Okay, that feels like a Galaxy Quest race,
Okay, so you have the Cardassians
we got Bajorans and Card.
Bajorans, yes.
The Gorgonzolans.
So
the Marinarans,
the Bajorans raised him, right? And then they tell him like, dude, these guys are dicks. To be fair, they're not wrong. Like they left a bunch of kids.
That's the thing. Everything they're saying is just based in fact and experience. Yeah, like nothing is saying wrong.
They like to.
It's like actually messy.
Yeah. And so they didn't lie to the kid. They're right. But at the end of the day, his dad is Cardassian. Right. And he's like, I don't want to be part of this fucking families that get like all this surgery in their faces and have many husbands. Yeah. I don't want your life. It's like Varsity Blues all over again.
Cardassian.
I don't want your life.
I don't want your life. So anyway,
I forgot about that.
That was my biggest fear. Like imagine like my kid gets kidnapped and he comes back and he's a teen and he's like, Dad, I want to go to Burning Man. And I'm into crystals and horoscopes, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude! Like this is like my."
At this point, I don't think your son would have that problem. Considering
when you would shake him and go, "Where's my son?"
Yeah, where's my son?
Where's my son?
Yeah, at this point now, like enough has been baked in that, like he
now he wants to be the predator.
He's safe from crystals.
Yeah, he wants. Yeah, if it bleeds, he'll kill them. Here's the thing, though, is that was a fear of mine. Like for my kid to come back and just him like the things that I hate.
Was there a fear that he would be kidnapped and somebody would do this to you?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, like that was my biggest one of my biggest fears. Like he was kidnapped.
It's a good thing that like your fear is a very rare thing to ever happen.
It's on top. It's two. It's
every parent fears their child being kidnapped. Let's not be.
No. Yes, but the other part is coming back with things that I fucking hate, dude.
Right.
That's like
it's a two-part fear.
You know what I mean?
It's like, although that's number one
could
worse.
Still happen.
Then,
when he becomes a teenager, he could start liking things.
But that's self-inflicted by him, not by not by somebody else. Somebody else didn't train him to fucking like Burning Man, or patchouli oil and shit, dude.
He comes back like just decked out in Wall-E.
Yeah. He's like I love Pixar. I like Pixar and I like essential oils. Ugh. God damn it, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Papa, when I grow up, I want to be Wall-E.
Wall-E. Oh, no. And he's like, call me Wall-E from now on.
Oh, no. WALLE.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fear, dude. So this one got me, dude. Because I'm like, God damn it, these Cardassians coming over here with their goddamn BMWs, dude. Anyway, so this is what the story is about. It's very simple. It's a very simple story told in a very weird way.
Is there a B story? Or is it just...
No, it's all the one story.
Yeah,
straightforward.
I will say this. We've seen this guy before, right? The
Garak,
what's his face?
Garak?
We've seen, Peric, or was his name Garak?
Garak.
Okay. We've seen him before, right?
Yes,
I
He
didn't-
was once before,
Okay.
prominently once before.
Yeah.
Because his face his eyes look familiar, and I'm like, why the fuck does he look so familiar?
He was in like the 3rd or 4th episode of the first season. Yeah.
Okay, he's a killer. He's a serial killer from Dirty Harry.
Oh, is that Andrew Robinson's character in Dirty Harry as well?
Yeah.
I'm afraid
I-
of us having gone through this the last time he was on screen. Or
Was he? I don't think so.
I don't remember that at all. I don't remember him talking about that at all. No.
Okay.
I usually catch these, but sometimes like it's good makeup on this one because I also
Well,
he's
the Cardassian
older.
makeup's
He's older.
quite thick, you know.
Yeah, he's older, and he was really young in because Dirty Harry was in 71, so this is like 90s. So it's been
Is this actor still
20
alive?
years.
Yeah, he's still alive. Andrew Robinson's still alive. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
He was actually very recently in Lower Decks. Actually. So.
yeah. So
Oh.
Cool.
it was 20 years from Dirty Harry to Deep Space Nine, but like his eyes, he's got very specific eyes that I was like, why does this look so familiar? And coincidentally, I just watched Dirty Harry a couple of weeks ago. I rewatched it
They're very
because
great.
it came out on 4K.
Mhm.
Giving a shout out to Warner Brothers and their 4K release of Dirty Harry. It's really nice. Really nice.
Mhm.
Sounds
Good transfer. Good transfer.
and he has a very particular face, particular eyes, and he's crazy in that. And yeah, that was fun.
Well, he's
to
a
see.
little crazy in DS9 as well. He's a little.
Yeah, a little bit, because you don't know what the fuck is up with him.
He's supposed to be like coded as like queer, right?
Yeah, we talked about that last
Yeah.
time. Yeah, he is like he said the first episode he had.
What does
with,
coded mean?
Like-
in media, it not explicitly said, but coded to be like
You know.
gay. You know, like because like
They
for
give
example,
off that vibe.
right.
Okay.
So like how
he's like
in,
into clothes and like I don't know. Like
he's a little
his character
fabulous.
is just a little
you know, like-
more
Yeah.
fabulous than
Yeah.
I mean,
Racine,
Ricardo
I
clocked
think.
him last time. He called him an old gay.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Yeah, he
watching
literally
him
said
before,
he
to be
looks
honest.
like an old gay. And I was
Yeah,
like, that's
well-
exactly the tone he was going for because he said
seems
he's
like
not
it.
gay, the actor, Andrew Robinson, but he said when he was in character and he saw Bashir, he was like, oh, I feel like Garak is attracted to him. So he played
Yeah.
it that way, even though it wasn't written that way. And people loved it. Like he quickly became a crew favorite. Like everyone loved working with him on set. They brought his character back for this season. He wasn't supposed to be a recurring character. So they brought him back just for this.
It is notable that his second appearance is in the second season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he wasn't supposed to be a regular character. And now they're trying to make they've clearly continued that he has an ongoing relationship with Julian, which is interesting.
Like they seem to have like meals together,
Yeah, there's some weirdness there.
like regular enough meals together that Dr. Bashir is like, getting updates from him.
Yeah, but still like he's still like weirdly antagonistic with him, which I find interesting.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like,
they're not
you know,
like-
when you have a crush on somebody and you're like, really mean to them. It's not something we should do. We should retire that behavior, but
I don't know if it's that. It's weird because it's like
why should we retire that behavior?
it's not nice to be mean to people in general.
It is if it's in a playful way.
well,
If they're having fun.
Yeah. What if that's
I
your love
guess.
language? Hatred.
but I think in this case, I feel like in this case it reads partially as Garak being playful, and then Bashir is being very frustrated, but still wanting to know more.
Well, he talks in goddamn riddles the whole time. It's very
Yes, so
frustrating.
It's like, just tell me, dude. You're
Just-
a computer nerd, dude.
What
You're
the
not a
fuck,
goddamn
man?
tailor, dude. Here's the thing. I will say this. They say Billy the Kid never stole a horse from somebody he didn't like. Right?
Right, yeah.
If I like you, I'm gonna make fun of you till no end.
Right, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? If I don't like you, I'm not gonna make. It's gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you're not worth
Right.
it.
You just won't interact with them at all. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this person, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn fucking
Yeah.
wearing red socks.
That's what
That's
sets you off, the
interesting.
Red Sox.
That's interesting.
Well, my read of the situation is that Dr. Bashir is confident that there's more to Garak than he lets on, and he keeps on talking to him, trying to figure out what that is.
Well, clearly,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like he had that he went and knew how to fix computers. This guy's
Yeah, what the
this
fuck?
guy was a spy, dude. You know what I mean?
He was like an IT wizard.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
his first episode, he kept on knowing too much.
Remember, he had a like he said, "Oh, this is what I use when I got to tailor clothes." But it's like clearly it's like a VR thing or some sort of wizardry.
I mean, if you examine his character just from the 2 episodes he's shown up, it's pretty clear that he's actually a reference. The entire character is a reference to Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. He's literally a tailor. He knows how to tinker well. He's suspected to be a spy. He's suspected to be a soldier. So it's literally
I see.
the encompassing of his character. And the movie / novel Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is about characters who are not who they appear to be. Yeah. So that's literally his entire character.
We don't know what it is. I've seen the movie, but I've forgotten everything about it.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
Well, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
So basically, this kid gets left behind on purpose by Baltak. and he because Baltak is like he's like the leader, right, of the Cardassians. He's like a general or something, right?
So he used to be the prefect of Terok Nor, which is DS9. So he used to be the head honcho, basically in charge of the Cardassian occupation.
Wasn't he the dude that was coming back to lay siege?
No, in the very first episode, no. Yeah, he never came back to lay siege. No, he never did that.
Wasn't he gonna eventually? Didn't he order that though?
He might have, but I think it was more of.
But remember, he was also in charge. He was also like. Didn't they find out that he was supplying guns and stuff and money to the other dudes?
Oh, so that was the Cardassians in general. It could have been him, but they never got caught.
So why don't they just tell this guy to fuck off?
Well, because technically, out in the open, there hasn't been anything they've done directly wrong. And
I still would have been like, you guys fuck off, dude.
And also, I think Cisco is trying to view it from the perspective of, well, we do have a Cardassian child in terms of the legality who has
hardly a child
say here. Yeah. Just to keep in mind, the child named Rugal. Rugal is played.
Why'd you say it that way?
Because I just constantly think
child
of Rugal
named Rugal.
Because I constantly think of Rugal Bernstein from King of Fighters, but
right, and genocide cutters.
Exactly, and the Cardassians love genocide.
They sure do. No, but not Rugal. He cuts through that.
No, he cuts using genocide.
Oh, damn it. No, it's like Sagat. You know how tiger genocide isn't actually about killing all tigers for some reason?
He's committing genocide using tigers. That's what it is.
No, it still doesn't work. Never did. Let's not kid ourselves.
But then he's played by Vidal Peterson, and Vidal was 24 years old at the time of playing Rugal, who was supposed to be a 12-year-old.
He's supposed to be like a teen, though, in show, right? Like
he's supposed to be 12 years old, not 12? Just a teen.
12? That's crazy. That's wild.
I know.
Is the actor just like really tiny? Like, is that
he's just a short guy. Yeah, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
He's a short king.
That's why they hired him.
He was on a Star Trek show before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was in TNG in part 2 of Unification, the one with Spock in it. He played a Romulan boy named Detan.
Oh, he was the one who
played
was
a
like,
boy too. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who was like, "Are you? Is it true? Are we going to be reunified, Spock?"
Or something like that. Yeah, like I couldn't remember anything about what he did or said, but
yeah, he was the kid who. Yeah, he was the kid who was like, "I'll continue with your teaching, Spock. It's gonna be good." Yeah. So
this is what happens to me. The gay tailor is like, hey, he's having lunch with Bashir. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, he sees
the Bajoran dude.
Bajoran, thank you. There we go. I was almost there.
Mm-hmm.
He sees a Bajoran coming in from like a transport ship with a Cardassian, and he's like, "Whoa, that's not something you see often."
And this Cardassian boy's got a Bajoran earring on.
Yeah. And so he's like, "Whoa, that's freaking crazy, dude." And then he goes to like say hi, basically, and he gets bitten, dude. He's like, "Ah!"
To be fair, though, his approach to the boy wasn't the best.
No.
It felt a little predatory.
He grabbed his shoulder from behind, like that's.
And he's like, "You have a handsome son," and like,
Don't do
I
that.
don't think it would be
It's
approved today.
completely-
I don't know if it would
The
have been
bite
approved
was
back
justified.
then.
The bite was
Yeah.
justified. One thing about
I
me
say
is
the
like,
bite's
don't
supposed
fucking
to
touch me. Don't fucking
Yeah.
touch me if you don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I
Also,
don't-
you don't know if somebody might be like a little autistic, dude, and they don't like touching. You know that you might set them
Yeah.
off, dude. You know?
Yeah.
a little autistic.
I think it's a good rule of thumb in general
Just
to just
don't touch
not
people.
go around grabbing any stranger's shoulders.
Yeah, dude.
And-
Unless you're
and-
Bill Clinton, then fucking grab away, dude.
No, but if it's in your culture, what if it's in your culture? Come
Yeah,
on.
come on, dude. What if we're Italian, huh? And then we like to hug. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're turning into Watto again.
Yeah.
I'm French. I want to kiss you on the side of the cheek.
Gardens, we fly and we hug in the air.
Hug in the air.
Yeah.
And only there.
Only there. Yeah. And we like slaves. Tell me they don't like slaves, dude.
That's true.
Yeah.
Those fucking guys love
can't.
slaves. Yeah.
Those Wattos, dude.
It's fucking Wattos. Yeah.
I think they're Wadidians? What are they?
I don't remember. The only
That's not-
alien race from Phantom Menace I remember is Nemoidians.
Like the Gungans?
And the Gungans, yeah. But
Yeah,
the
I can't forget that
Nemoidians,
name, dude.
That
they're-
sounds
they're the-
horrible.
The gun isn't in the name, dude. You never forget that Gungan.
Well,
They were
Nemoidians-
AK-47s.
the Nemoidians were actually an explicit riff by George Lucas. He names the Asian race the Nemoidians, and it was supposed to be a way of making
Wait,
fun
does he
of
hate
Leonard.
Asians? Then?
It was a way of making fun of Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Is he Asian?
Did he think Leonard Nimoy was Asian?
I think now I don't know if George Lucas was being intentionally anti-Semitic, but the Nemoidians are a trade federation who control lots of trade, and they are.
Yeah, but they're Asians, dude. He didn't make them like. He didn't make them like. You know what I mean,
Well,
So
they,
they're
well, he
Gold
gave them.
Harvest
he didn't make them
Productions.
Jewish. You know what I mean?
He gave them racist Asian accents. He was like, "Oh, they dead yet? Oh, you going
Yeah.
to like?"
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Oh,
like,
God.
like they
So
weren't. They
bad.
weren't. The thing is that here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. There
Yeah.
is that it was a thick accent. Yeah, but do you think it was a racist accent?
A little bit. It's a racist accent in the same way that Jar Jar Binks was racist, where it's
I
clearly
don't know, dude.
he was like,
I think
go for
here's the thing,
Jamaican, then go crazy.
Marvin,
you know,
Marvin,
like
if he was a white dude, if it was Dean Cain going, me's a cha-cha, okay, that's racist. It's a white guy. but it was like were the voice actors of those guys not Asian?
I actually don't remember. I should look up who plays
Yeah,
the
dude.
head Nemoidians
Yeah.
and see.
Here's the thing. Here's something racist, dude. If you start
Here's
off that
something
scene,
racist.
It's gonna be like John Smith.
if you start that scene and he's like, oh, the trade, and like here's ding 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 ding, right? Like you hear like, that's fucking racist, dude. Yeah. You're like,
Okay,
For some
Granted,
reason, in the
it-
world of Star Wars, there is
you're like, why is this fucking music?
When they start like singing, "We are Siamese."
Yeah, that's not great.
It's
Yeah,
crossing
when that
the line,
happens.
dude. But these guys just have thick accent. Imagine like if you're like, well, like if you're Hispanic, you just have a thick accent, dude. Like Diego Luna, he's not racist. That's his accent, dude. He's got a thick Mexican accent, dude.
So Newt Gunray, who is like the main Nemoidian,
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
played by
no, I'm
Silas
scared.
Carson, who's just the white dude.
Okay,
He's
see,
an
that's
English
racist.
actor.
See now
that's racist.
it's
Now we're in there. Now we're in
We just
there.
have to
Getting out of
double
the
check.
area.
We
Now
just have to
it's
double
racist.
check.
Now what about the guy that plays Jar Jar Binks?
That's a black guy. I remember
Okay,
that.
then
Yeah.
we're okay.
Like, all is forgiven.
Forgive him there, dude.
Oh no.
There's some hilarious BTS footage of George Lucas loved Jar Jar Binks.
I thought you were
yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
George Orping.
George.
So George Binks loved Jar Jar Binks. So he spent a lot of Jar Jar Binks is one of the few actors where he spent one-on-one time directing. Almost none of the other actors he spends any time directing them.
Yeah.
You can tell from the BTS he does not care otherwise. But he was so enamored with Jar Jar Binks. He's like, do this, like just say Misa. Like he'll be like doing it for him and like acting it out because he
He's
really
doing line
loved.
reading. Doing line reading.
Yeah. He's doing what you're not supposed to do as a director, which is line reading for the actor.
Some people like that, dude.
If they ask for it, sure, but it shouldn't be a default. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But then like he
George
just
offered to ADR the whole role, but
it would be so amazing if secretly George Lucas
there's a reel out there.
had ADR'd the entire role of Jar Jar Binks.
Release the George Orr cut.
Nobody likes line readings until you're like on take 23.
Yeah, then you're
And
like,
they
okay,
have to be
what do you want me to
just-
fucking say?
What's
Like-
the line reading? Just give me the line reading. And
Yeah,
he's like,
exactly,
they're like,
exactly.
oh, yeah.
But then by take 23, that means something has gone very wrong if we've gotten to 23
well,
takes. And, like,
if you're Kubrick, then you're just getting warmed up, dude.
if you're Kubrick, you're like wasting everybody's time. That's what that is.
No, he's a genius, dude. He could do as many takes as he
Like,
wants, dude.
his genius is overrated.
What if
He's
you're that
fine.
butler guy from Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, dude. And you can't get your line,
Well,
lines right,
that
dude.
he was about to like pass away on set. That's what was going on with that actor. He could not fucking remember a line to save his life. Literally, like he was just. I don't know why they insisted on that actor for the butler in Spider-Man 3 because it's not like he showed up in previous Spider-Man movies or something.
I don't know. It feels like it must have been some sort of personal favor, or I'm not
I
sure.
remember we
but-
looked it up. We couldn't figure out why. Like we didn't know he was like nobody.
So, how did we get here about the racism?
Because
I'm trying to go back.
Because
I'm trying to find my way, like the narrative thread back.
Because Garak.
Garak, yes, he's racist as shit, dude.
Yeah.
No. Anyway,
Yeah.
Oh. So
Gal Dukat?
this kid bites the guy.
Right.
Bites him,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, bites the
And
Garak.
then
not the bite.
all of a sudden, who the fuck called the Gaul?
Gold the cat?
Galgan.
See, that's one of the
I'm a
mysteries of the
little
episode.
unsure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still don't know how he.
It's one of the
it clearly
mysteries.
wasn't Garak because Garak doesn't like this guy. He's like, this guy's a piece of shit.
I
The
feel
only
like
thing
it
that
was the
was
guy
him-
who planted the witness, the guy who planted.
Oh,
I feel like it was a whole plant.
Oh, is
So-
that maybe that's why he had money to gamble, dude?
Also, that witness it definitely did work for Golden
and also
Cop. Like
he
he
was a
suddenly
plant.
disappeared.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
plant.
yeah.
He
Right.
like disappeared, and he had this false narrative that he was being
Exactly.
abused.
You're talking
and,
about the
like,
dickhead, right?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
oh, this guy's a
Zolan.
dick toucher.
Zolan.
And he's like, he's
or
no,
whatever.
this is his dad, dude. Just calm down, dude.
the Doppo
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Doppo?
Dabo.
Yeah.
Dabo.
Dabo.
Well, he
Yeah.
was winning at
Dabo.
Dabo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dabos.
Doppo. don't know
I
what
like
I'm
this
thinking.
outfit. It was like covered
it
in weird
was
like
cool.
mouse traps
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
It's weird.
Don't touch me.
There's a scene.
That's what the
Okay.
kid needed.
There's a scene. I think somebody in that table cheated, dude. There's a scene where they're gambling, right?
Mhm.
And the bird guy standing next to the guy who makes a fake false accusations. There's a bird guy, and the bird guy he places a bet, and then the chips fall onto another piece, and he moves them, dude. He's this guy's a cheater, dude.
Oh, damn.
You see him? You see? I'm looking at it right now. This guy's a cheater, dude.
Well.
And then, by the way, the witness guy grabs this guy's ass, dude. If you rewind it and check out that
Grabs
scene,
whose ass?
watch the guy who made the false accusations.
Uh-huh.
The guy cheats. It's a close up on the cheat, dude, because the piece falls and he moves it. I don't know what the rules are. If you could chain before the ball stops, what the deal? But if to me it feels like a cheat. Okay, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy wins, and then the bird guy was like, it gets all excited, right? And then the accusation guy touches like his butt.
Oh yeah, he does. He puts his hand. He puts his hand around.
You don't see the hand. It's in the butt, dude. It's in the butt, dude.
Yeah, it could be buddular. Yeah, it could be
Yeah,
in the
see?
butt region. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
This is a weird scene.
it's
'Cause
the
even-
opening. He's talking about Ricardo was talking about the opening establishing shot of the Dabo wheel spinning, and then
Yeah.
you see them putting on the latinum piece. It
Yeah.
Or is
falls.
that just one of the Dabo girls?
It
Is
could be
it?
that could be a Dabo girl. We don't know what other Dabo girls look like, so that could be a
maybe
Dabo girl.
she's a bird Dabo girl.
Yeah, it could be a bird Dabo girl. So
Yeah,
that could
she
be
looks
what's
like
going
a
on.
bird without feathers. Yeah.
Wait, is that the scene with the girl with the like crazy boobs? Like she's
Oh.
got like a really full chest.
That happens elsewhere.
The sequence?
That's the chesticle part. Yeah.
Okay, that is the same scene.
You see
okay,
under
okay.
boobs. Big ol'
Yeah.
under boobs.
Okay.
She's
Okay,
like
yeah,
got
okay.
She's like a fish lady.
huge-
She's like a fish lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
wait.
yes,
I feel like
okay,
there's
yeah,
an
yes.
opening in the outfit there until like.
Yeah. You know what she
Yeah,
looks
so
like?
that's like a lizard Dabo girl right there.
She looks like one of the silver sharks.
Silver
So
shark.
there was tiger sharks. There was the Thundercats. That was A tier. Then the B tier was a silver hawks. And then the C tier of cartoon was a tiger sharks. And she looks like a tiger shark person.
Okay. I thought you were going to say street
In relation to
sharks.
street sharks.
Yeah.
No.
Or biker mice from Mars.
Look up tiger sharks.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. Oh, wow.
Right?
These look like garbage just from looking at a screenshot.
That's why I said these are the C tier.
God, her shirt is like really like hanging on there for dear life.
Oh, yeah. They got to entice for the Dabo.
Yeah. So anyway, this Dabo guy, this guy just says like, dude, this guy's a pervert, dude. He's teaching him like wild shit, dude. He's saying like, fuck all these Cardassians, dude. They're coming over here and eating all our pineapples. And he makes some wild accusations. And so...
Well, more of the accusations that the boy is being abused rather than taught wrong.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
He says some really horrible stuff and you're just like, oh my God.
And then the Gaul guy finds out and he's like, oh, he should be returned. And then he's like, we should do a DNA test and stuff. And then they find out that the DNA belongs to... I don't know what the fuck. Like, it's hard to remember this, but he's like...
It's like a governor. Just think of it like a governor.
He's like a governor, but he's not part of the... Because this race of Cardassians, they're not managed by their moms. They're managed by the military.
Yeah, it's like how it's actually not that different from like the American government, where you have like a powerful military who can be in charge sometimes, and then you have like civilian leadership, like mayors and governors and
so
stuff like that.
Like in the beginning,
Is that considered civilian leadership? Mayors?
Yeah, because you're
not part of the military unless you
you're elected.
You did serve in the military. But even if you did serve in the military, you're not actively serving in the military while you're
there's a separation in that sense. Yeah.
But they're citizens. They're not just because they're senator doesn't mean they're not citizens. You know.
Exactly.
Or civilians. Sorry. Here's the thing. Okay, so the Gaul guy's like, hey, we got to figure this out. This guy's the son of a high-ranking senator, or whatever the bullshit he is, right? And it turns out he's like a political enemy, you know? And so
Padar is his name.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, so while we figure this out, I'm going to place the kid with one of my crew members. We're going to place him with Miles O'Brien, dude, because he's the most even keel guy, dude. He doesn't leave his family to go fight in a war that he's
also
probably
he
gonna die
loves
in.
Cardassians.
Yeah.
You're gonna love him.
Yeah.
He'll be the perfect foster parent.
And he's like, he's also in an interracial relationship. Great guy.
He gets it,
dude.
That's a dimension I don't usually think about. He's in an interracial relationship himself.
Yeah.
And so the Keiko takes him and Miles O'Brien shows up to dinner and he's like, oh, where's he asks where his daughter is, and he's like, oh, she's asleep. Like, she got really worn out by the kid, and he's like, they're playing together. God damn it, dude! You let this fucking Cardi fucking touch my daughter. And he's like, whoa, you can't say
so
that,
bad.
you piece of shit, dude. And he's like, I'm not gonna listen to this bullshit, dude. And she storms off. Well, not storms off because she goes to get dinner.
Right.
And then this dude's praying, dude. This guy's he was taught well, dude. He's got good manners. Like, here's my thing about praying, dude. If you want to pray, do that on your own time. Meaning, don't involve me in the praying.
You don't want to be
like at the dinner table. Like, okay, everybody call.
Yeah, like this guy did it right, dude. Like, this guy didn't go, oh, can we all hold hands? Can we have a moment? No.
Guys, don't eat your food yet. Guys, don't.
I don't want my food to get cold. If you want, that's on you, bro. I'm not going to eat your food. You know what I mean? While you're praying. That's a vow I take, dude. I won't touch your food until you know what I mean? If it's a shared thing, sure. I'm going to wait for the fucking you to pray to eat the fucking
you'll wait. Okay, so you will wait.
The communal nachos or the communal fries.
Oh, okay, but not your own plate.
No. It might make sense. So
if someone's praying next to you, you would.
I'm fucking eating, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna. That's on you, dude. My God lets me eat whenever I want, dude. I don't have to.
By the way,
sucks to be you.
Dude.
The kind of shitty thing.
Ass God.
Yeah, dude.
The kind of shitty thing Miles said is Gentle was bred out of these Cardassians a long time ago.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's a pretty prejudiced line there, Miles.
Yeah, dude.
It's not
you know what? He learned his lesson at the end. Here's the thing I don't like this about politics, where they're like, oh, well, he voted on this. Like, Joe Biden voted against gay fucking marriage. It's like, yeah, but then he learned and he evolved as a human being, and now he's okay. Like, he realizes, like, why would that not be okay? So was he against gay marriage? Probably, dude. But now he's not because he's evolved. That should be a good quality in a politician, not a bad quality. Like, this person has the ability to evolve as a human being and learned from their mistakes and learn from like the things that they learned. Look, not
but how often does that happen?
Also, I feel like
I hear a lot of
Joe Biden's like, a bad example.
Yeah, because he's old and he's dead.
Just because he's still kind of a piece of shit, but sure.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like in general, when people are like, like they're hardline on like, it's like.
So I think a good modern politician example is actually Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he did start off like kind of with like stupid ideas.
Because he was a bad Terminator, and then he became a good Terminator. See,
sure, that's one thing.
Thank you for bringing that up. That's a good example.
But then other things.
I know what you're talking about.
But then other things like when he became governor, he was like, "Oh my God, we really do need to improve the education system. What are we doing?"
Yes.
And then all the Republicans like, "No, we don't." He's like, "We actually do. What's going on? Why aren't we?"
And also like with the whole clean energy thing, like he was one of the big guys that would be like, "Hey, I'm all about buying big Hummers that burn a lot of gas." And then he was one of the first ones to be like, "Hey, I'm going to convert all my diesel Hummers into what is it called?"
Yeah. And again, Arnold by no means is like a perfect human or politician, but you could see where he's made changes in his life to be like, okay, this is where I should become better. This is where I should become better over time.
Exactly.
And it's just something he's trying.
But just because Mel O'Brien is a piece of shit right now doesn't mean he's always going to be a piece of shit or not.
And also in the episode itself, he goes, this is a child. I really should like calm down."
Like I find it so relatable how like, he realizes that he shouldn't feed into others' prejudices when he sees it being harmful.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great moment that's like very human. It's like, oh shit, like this is what it can do, or this is what it can cause,
or this is what makes people kind of hate each other. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Like he understands that part. He does.
Yeah.
But he has real feelings too.
So that's my thing. I think he's praying the right way, where he's like, "Hey, you pray, but we're gonna do our thing." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't. Like I said, if we're sharing something, communal, whatever, I'm not gonna touch those. I'm not gonna touch those until you're done. But I'm going to get started on this, whatever is in front of me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The stupid salad. I want to eat the salad.
I grabbed some cheese sticks already. I'm going to go for that.
Yeah. If something's on my plate, it's free game. You know what I
mean? That's so fucked up.
Why is it fucked up?
I don't
think that's fucked up at all.
I just I could never
Your praying doesn't concern me at all.
I have a grandmother who wants to pray at every meal, and I still do this.
But you eat?
I mean, I like snack before she goes, "Oh, let's all pray." Then I go, "Oh, okay, she wants us to pray." But I've already eaten something.
But you're not eating while she's actively praying.
No, I'm not gonna this is my grandma, and that's a little different.
I mean, there's a difference between like while everyone is being forced to gather and do the same prayer thing, you go off on your own and do your own
and hold
thing.
hands.
Like,
Yeah,
that's different from like someone is praying next to you doing their own thing, and you get to do your own thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That used to happen sometimes.
Don't include me in the communal praying. Like I don't want that.
Like when I was I was a server in a restaurant, and it happened a couple times. I would see people like stop down and like pray when I put their food down or something like that. And then a couple times I would be like, "Oh, is something like, I don't know, like it caught me off guard." I'd be like, "Oh, is something like wrong?" Like, and then I'm like, "Oh, wait, they're praying." And then I just would like try to be quiet and go away. It caught me off guard, Sarah? Though, a couple times.
I have never noticed anyone pray at a restaurant. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've seen it a couple times.
I've seen it.
As
I'm just realizing I don't think I've ever, because even my grandma doesn't do that at a restaurant.
I've seen it very rarely, like maybe less than 5 times in my life.
You go to secular fucking restaurants, you piece of shit.
But I don't think we've ever prayed at a restaurant.
That's because she doesn't.
Well, it caught me off. I mean, it caught me strangely. I was just like, "Oh, it's like." My immediate reaction was like, "Something's wrong," because everyone just kind of fell silent, and I was quiet. Just like, "Whoa," and like closed their eyes, and were like, and I was like, "Oh, is everything okay?" And then I caught myself. I'm like, "Oh, they're praying. Okay,
my thing is like, I'm not stopping you
for
from
the
praying.
bounty you have brought.
I'm not stopping you from praying. That's not my. And look, just because I don't believe doesn't like you go. More power to you. Good. Great.
Right.
But don't stop me from living my life and fucking eating and enjoying this warm food. You know what I mean? Well, you burn 30 seconds, on prayer.
Oh, and Korean prayers last a while.
Here,
Oh, man.
here's the thing is I don't want
It's
that.
not
I don't want
30
that in my life, dude. I don't want your life, dude. Just like fucking
I
Varsity
don't
Blues,
want
dude.
that.
Yeah. And so I don't do that. I have family. Like I had one uncle in Mexico who does it, and I'm like, no, bro. I'm 2 tacos in by the time you finish praying, dude.
2 tacos in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I like the way he prays. You know, he does this thing, and by the time like they all get their food, they're ready to fucking eat that fucking weird ass ghoul fucking chowder,
Yeah.
dude.
But this is where Keiko fucked up. She was right on track the whole time until she was like, I'm going to feed you Cardassian food. And I was like, you fool. He grew up in Bajor.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
you
what-
should have been able to understand that.
Yeah,
Come on.
He never
how does
ate
she's a
Cardassian food
goddamn-
before.
She's a goddamn teacher, dude. How did she not figure that out, dude?
I know. Come on.
I
Come on.
don't-
However, it does allow Miles and Rugal to share a nice little moment of like, oh, we both hate Cardassians. huh?
Yeah.
It would have been
Yeah.
funnier if she was like, oh, tonight I'm having some of my vegan food again or whatever shit. And then
Ugh.
they
Yeah.
both go, ugh. And that's how
Yeah.
they bond. Over
And
the
then they go,
fact that they
let's
don't like Keiko's-
let's go get some food with the Dabo girls, you know?
And they're like, yeah.
That's
Hey,
like
you-
saying, let's go get
Oh.
steaks at the strip club.
Or you
That's
know,
essentially what
I don't
that
think so.
would
I don't
be.
think so. I don't think so. I think it's like saying like, oh, let's go get some wings at Hooters.
Okay, you know what? That's maybe a little
When
closer.
Hooters was open and my kid was really young, I took him to
Oh,
Hooters, dude.
yeah. Or like, oh, let's go get some pastrami sandwiches from the local casino.
You
Let's
can
go
play
to the
roulette
casino.
at Hooters, right?
You can't play roulette at Hooters.
Damn.
But you could kind of do like no, you can't. Maybe if you're in Vegas. Maybe if you're in Vegas.
You got darts. You know, you
They got darts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a type of gambling.
So anyway, they hate this fucking food, dude. This gruel fucking sucks ass, dude.
yeah,
it
it
looks
looks like gummy worms in milk. I
Yeah.
don't know what else it really is.
And so basically he has like a one-on-one with his kid, and he kind of realizes like, oh, like he was really loved by his parents, and like they just trained him. They just told him the truth. They weren't like, oh yeah,
No
everything's all
training.
sunshine.
Yeah, there's no indoctrination or anything.
There's no
It's just what he
indoctrination. They
grew-
just literally told him the facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
facts were that Israel bombs people, and so
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
and so
Just
they
the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they go and they're talking, and you see Miles kind of like understand things, you know, and like start to understand things.
Yeah.
And
I think
so
what it's
anyway,
coming down to is that like Miles is a father and he's like, this is a kid.
yeah.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
a weird man kid with a huge head, but it's
Yeah.
still a kid. So.
But a child
He's saying,
nonetheless.
I don't want your
Yeah.
life. And so anyway, so then what's this fool's name? Garak is like, hey, we gotta go to this fucking, we gotta go check out the Smithsonian's.
like this orphanage.
Man, this kid's hairline does no favors to sell his age.
That's
No.
what Sarah was pointing out
It
too.
does
Sarah was like,
not.
"What is up with his
God
hair?"
Guys, what's the race of Kira?
Bajorans.
Bajorans. Yes.
Yeah.
Bajorans. I'm gonna
yeah.
write that down.
Gordon's
So
old.
No,
he's
don't
like,
write it,
We
yeah.
gotta go to Bajor. We gotta go to Bajor, dude. Garrett
Yeah.
goes. And so they go over there and they're trying to find the
Just
record.
wakes him up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, bro. Hey,
Not just
I gotta-
wakes him up.
Yeah.
He snuck into his room
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
they
he's, like,
woke him
right
up.
there.
Wake up. He's like, wake up. He's like, got an idea, dude.
But you should have just been screaming.
We get some tacos. Hear me out. We'll get some tacos. And then we
Uh-huh.
head over to fucking Bajor, dude.
Mhm.
And so he wakes up, then he wakes up Cisco and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
this guy wants to go get tacos at fucking Jack in the Box, and then he wants
Yeah.
to go to Bajor.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine, take one of those.
Yeah.
things. And
It
at the
says
same
like,
time,
whatever, just go.
at the same time,
Oh
Rudik,
wait, we
or
skipped
what's
over
his
the
name?
part where Bashir like just randomly hijacks a video call
Oh yeah.
between
Oh,
Cisco
right.
and Gold Cat.
Yeah,
Right,
and he
yeah.
Garrett
starts like
gave him some
leveling.
stuff to mull over, but he's like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go ask Gold Cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
Directly,
kind of interrogates him.
vaguely.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they take the ship, and then at the same time, Rudik, what's his name?
Rugal.
Gal Gadot. Gal
Gal
Dukat.
Dukat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I found the dad, and he's interested in taking this kid back. Blah blah. We're gonna send him over there.
Mhm.
And anyway, so these two dudes go to Bajor, and that's when you find out this guy Garak. He's a fucking computer wizard, dude. He's like Hackers, like that movie with
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He's
The very,
fucking
very
busting
good
through
movie,
things.
Hackers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boom. Yeah. and
He's
he
got like a
figures
scouter
out
loop.
he can't figure out he just takes a bunch of like discs. He steals some stuff. He fixes their computer, but he steals a bunch of like discs, dude,
And all
Bunch
their
of floppy
SSNs.
discs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these kids come out and they're like, "Oh, are you here to take us back to the Cardassians?"
Cardassian kids in particular. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
that
like,
kind of bums it out. It's like, no, I'm just here to steal your identities.
It's just like that scene, remember in Rambo 2 where he goes to the POWs and he's taking pictures of them. And the colonel was like, "Don't bring them back, dude. Just take pictures of them. Don't bring them back." And then Rambo was like, "Fuck it. I cannot bring them back." And then everything goes to shit, dude. But anyway, this is not like Rambo 2 because he just leaves them there. He's like, "Later, kids." And then we never find out what happens.
All the kids are just there. Yeah.
They're just orphans still.
Yeah.
They're still
but
orphans.
to be fair, like these, they're taken care of. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
Oh
like, yeah.
I mean, like the Bajorans are like they're very much on the high road here.
Yeah. Well, even this kid, like he was raised as their own. Like this dude's dad is like fighting for him. Like if he didn't care, he'd be like, "Oh, fucking take him, dude. It's good.
Whatever."
Shit, dude.
But he
He's always
clearly
praying
really
shit,
loves
dude.
that kid.
But
and
yeah,
then-
he's like,
So
I'm gonna fight for him.
it feels like his house was bombed and then somebody like kidnapped his kid.
Well,
Most likely prior
Gal
to the
Gadot
bombing.
kidnapped his kid.
Right. So Gal Gadot kidnapped his kid, but he assumed his son was dead, even though he didn't like have a body or anything. Like,
Because he fudges the fucking paperwork, dude, and he told him that his son had died.
all
but
the
like, where's the
specifics.
body?
That's the thing. All
There's
the
no
specifics.
specifics, though.
No, but that's the thing. They're all the specifics are
weird.
unclear. I was about to say, and that's the problem. It could have been like we don't know when the kid was taken. Maybe Gul Dukat is the one who bombed the house. We don't know. Like, well, all we
That's
know
what
is
it
that
seems like. It seems like it was a very targeted attack where like they killed his wife. They, killed his son. So someone was there to take his son and kind of make it seem like he's not there. Although kind of weird that he was willing to accept his son was dead without a body. I would have not accepted that. But
so what's
Sarah, how do you not accept that when they're bombing places? Like, how do you find a body when it's just rubble?
Well, sometimes you can find bodies under rubble, but I guess
I wanted to find some. I don't know.
I get it, but like at the same time, like,
I mean, I get it, but like I would have.
like people that just to bring this into context, but like people that lost family in 9/11, they're not like, well, I'm not, I need to see the body. Well, there's no fucking body. It's fucking just rubble, dude. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to.
Yeah, I mean, that's
so
totally possible, but I would keep looking until
But also, Ricardo, this is a really grim thing to bring up on the podcast. I have family who died in 9/11. They were identified, and it's possible because they found remnants and they found DNA.
Well, but because they found remnants and they matched them up to what your family had provided.
Exactly.
Like, okay,
so it exists.
Saying,
and this is Star Trek.
I get it
so there's
exists,
like,
but at the same time, there's people that never got that closure.
Yes, so there is literally a
Yeah.
vault underneath the 9/11 memorial where they're like, these are the remains no one has claimed.
Yeah.
right.
And
or
cannot be
like we
connected
just
to anyone.
don't.
Yeah.
There is nothing, right? It's just a presumed dead.
Yeah.
Or it's like
after a certain
I
amount
mean,
of time has passed, you have no other alternatives to believe.
I guess it was
Yeah.
kind of like the Ocean Gate thing until they did, I think, find a little bit of stuff. But like the Ocean Gate thing, there was like nothing left, right? Like,
Yeah, it was just
when the thing
just pulverized. They literally were liquefied
So, like,
instantly.
I mean, at that point, there's no body,
And the
right?
fish
Like,
probably ate them.
Actually, yes, yeah.
There are plenty of
well, I
organisms
don't even
down
know
there.
if there was really
Yeah.
anything to eat at that point. You're just like particles. But I think they did find. What did they find? Like, I think they found like items or like fillings, maybe like tooth fillings or something.
Yeah.
Something really.
So, do you guys remember there was like a famous
Random.
bombing in the 90s of like an FBI building or something like that? Do you guys remember that? Like Oklahoma City bombing.
You're
Yeah.
talking about Timothy McVeigh?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you know when
Yeah.
that bombing happened, amongst the body parts, grimly, they found a leg. To this day, they don't know who this leg belongs to.
Yeah.
It's just a random extra
That's
leg
just
that they
ripe
have.
for conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's
Like it's
this is-
just not claimed.
It's not claimed. No one. There's everyone else who was supposed to have died in the explosion was accounted for.
Cypress Hill, I'm looking in your direction.
There's just a random leg that no one
Insane
knows.
in the membrane.
So I get why there can
I
be
get it. I'm not blaming him. I'm just wondering, like, I'm saying I totally understand. And maybe he was constantly searching. We don't know. We weren't given that backstory. Maybe he was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the
throwing a
overall
fit.
specifics of the story are intentionally not made that clear. I mean,
while there is a chance to find remains, there's also a chance not to find remains.
Yes.
I mean, the he might have also. How many years has it been? You know what I mean, like, at some point.
Also,
like,
if it was during like in the middle of what he thought was some sort of like warlike scenario, there's no time. Like, everyone's in danger. Blah blah blah. Like, who knows?
So at any rate, the show is trying to paint it as though both of these fathers really love the son, want the son.
And so they asked Benjamin Sisko to be the arbitrator of this thing, and they both kind of bring their thing like to light. And then the Gal Dukat comes in, and he's like, "Hey, this stuff," and then that's when Julian Bashir figures out some shit with the other dude, and they come in and they're like, "Hey, you whose name was on the thing, dude? It was your name, you piece of shit. You were in charge of getting everybody out during that occupation, so it's your fault. Like, it's your fault that he got lost. Maybe you left."
Yeah. So one thing that one of the details we overlooked really quickly, which is why this happens, is that for some reason in Cardassian society and culture, if a kid is an orphan, they're considered worthless. So they don't have any standing at all in culture, which is why even during the Bajoran occupation, they were taking in Cardassian orphans and taking care of them. Yeah. Because even though they were still occupied, they still took Cardassian orphans. So it's like an interesting cultural setup in order to make
they're
this
not
work.
pieces of shit, dude. And so anyway, basically, like, Gal Ducat's like, he does a thing where he's like, did you see something? Was I getting a call today? Oh, hold on. Yeah. Zoom thing. I'll be back. Like, you just ramble off and just random shit.
It's funny because as he goes out the door, he like skips up the stairs. He's like, I'm out of here.
I gotta get out of here. Yeah. I got some dry cleaning stuff to pick up. And no one goes like, wait, stop him. Like, what do you like? Yeah, let's figure that out. Like, he was in charge back then. Let's, but they just let him go, like, to pick up his bullshit fucking excuse.
Wait, are you talking about the final, like,
the final,
the final thing where he leaves all of a sudden.
Oh, because I thought you were talking about the earlier video call thing. Because like that's when he confronts him about like, hey, it was your.
He does that. He does it both times, but one of them in person.
His finishing move when he's losing a conversation is to just walk away. No words.
He's like, oh.
I mean, you're kind of admitting guilt and defeat if you walk away like that, in my eyes.
Yeah, well,
it's like a certain president.
Only if you suffer consequences afterward.
A certain president that was like, "Are they still talking about that? The Epstein files? Are still talking about that? Are you talking about the Jeffrey Epstein or his brother?" He's like, "No, the files. No, I don't think nobody's talking about that. That's old news. No. That's old news. It literally was the morning news."
Yeah.
Oh God.
So anyway, Gal Dukat leaves, and they basically go, "Hey." They don't show it, which they should. I think it would have been stronger if they showed it, but like basically in a voiceover, they're like, "Hey, the boy went to the biological father."
Yeah, that sucked
because
that was such a shocking. I don't know if I was expecting that. I wasn't.
I wish they would have done this. This is like my wish fulfillment of this episode, which would have made it higher. Is if they would have shown like how emotional this is for the kid.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like that's the core of the episode.
Like, it would have been a 10.
I feel like the episode lost track of what's important.
Yeah, in a bit. Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
And so they lost points there, but also to me, if you want to end it in a positive way, is go, hey, because we can't settle this, the kid will live on the station. And you both have a chance to live here as well with your families.
Oh, you wanted like a satisfy all sides resolution possible.
Both the families,
or maybe
live
he
here.
Splits time. You know?
or joint custody, dude. Like,
or isn't he old enough to kind of like decide what he wants? Like, I felt like
he's 12, so not yet. But
I feel like what's the age then, Marvin?
I mean, in America,
middle age. Look at his hair.
In America, in family court, a 12-year-old wouldn't be able to choose.
I guess at 18, he could just pick up and go to his other parents. But for the bare minimum, just show me like how this also would have pointed of how cruel Cal Dooku is.
Yeah,
that he did this and then he just walked away and he just and he basically not only fucked over the kid, but he fucked over 2 dads and wives. I don't know. They didn't show them, but I'm sure they were both sad.
Well, his the Cardassian's wife died in the explosion, but the mom, I think he does have a mom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they're like, well, that lady's got to marry this Kardashian dude.
You got to be a throuple now.
Yeah,
we got a throuple.
Yeah. They're like, fuck it. So yeah, I this would, like I said, that would have been a higher for me if we had seen like, look, I don't want him to like break down or anything, but like just give me a little something, dude. That to
I feel like the most important scene was cut short.
Yeah. So to me, this went from like a 9 to like a teetering 7.5, 8. I'm going to give it an 8.
I think I'm there at around 8 territory too.
Yeah, I think I would give it an 8 as well. What about you, Sarah? What do you think?
I'd probably give it an 8. I think it's interesting. I felt like no one handled communicating with a child about trauma correctly in this episode.
Yeah, well, there's no counselor on board. The closest thing they had to a counselor was Keiko, and
just dealing with this, like,
yeah,
the adults around him did not handle this well, and now I say that as someone
actually young enough.
Yeah, I guess
you're not his adult vibes, and it's like
you're not 12.
but
like,
also,
hey, so
here's 2 things. One is that I mean, I hope so. I hope this is true. I'm just making a generalization here, but I feel like every generation's getting better, right? So like, there's generational trauma, but like, your parents are like, well, I don't beat my kids, so that's a plus. And to be fair, that is a plus, And now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm trying not to give my kid generational trauma. So like, and then hopefully however I fucked up, which I probably did, my kid will be like, oh, I'm not going to yell at my kid, or I'm not going to go off the handle and yell at people in traffic like my dad used to. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know what I mean? And like, you see every generation get better, but also you have to see it in the lenses of 1993 or whatever this was filmed, that like people weren't openly talking about like, oh, my parents gave me a lot of trauma. You know what I mean? So I gotta go.
Well, I guess I'm just thinking of it more of it in like a workplace, professional setting, because I mean, as someone now that works with young children, like I'm a mandated reporter. So it's like, if I see something, I have to say something legally. And I think that's been around for like, if someone says to me that they believe a child is being abused, I can't just not handle and go about that and contact the correct authorities.
Well, to be fair, the authorities were notified and the appropriate actions were taken. They had him stay with Miles.
What investigation did they do other than
they were investigating the whole episode?
Yeah, the whole episode was investigation.
Not in a way that like I felt like they didn't interview him, the child. It's weird calling him a child because he doesn't.
So the way I viewed it is that it's like it's another example of how DS9, the station Deep Space Nine, is short-staffed. Like, if this was on the Enterprise, you would have had Deanna come in, have a full one-on-one breakdown and counseling session, multiple counseling sessions with the kid. The kid would have his own quarters. He would probably have like all this stuff happening for him because Enterprise is overstaffed. Yeah. DS9 is dramatically understaffed. Yeah. The best they had for
the best they had was Keiko. Yeah, which who they sent him to.
Yeah, and Keiko.
But then she didn't really end up talking to him. It ended up being Miles.
It ended up being Miles. Keiko kind of babysat him.
She just kind of babysat him for a little bit and made him dinner that he didn't want.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like they're doing the best they can. If you take the allegory of Frontier Town again, this is a frontier town that doesn't have a proper counselor yet. So this is the best they're trying to do.
But I would say they went out of their way, like they let Bashir take a fucking ship and go to the planet to go look for some clue they thought they had. So I think they did the best they could with what the resources they had. To me, it's just that one scene that fucked up. That's it. Like I think they did a good enough job that I think they did their due diligence with what they had, the resources.
I think as for the episode itself, this was on track almost for me to it be a 10 until the end.
Yeah,
a 10. And then but then I kind of wanted a more equitable. I wanted a more equitable solution because I felt like they just went with one way. But I'm like, wait, the kid is. That's what I guess I wanted. What I'm wanting is like this kid is clearly communicating what he wants. And he's like, I do not want this. And I need you to listen to me. I do not want this. I'm Bajoran. I'm culturally Bajoran. I feel this way. And I wanted them to find some kind of way to reconcile and not just push him into a life that's completely foreign, because I feel like that's super traumatic. But they just kind of decided
that represents how it is in real life, though. In real life, they don't take that into account. They look at the facts of the like who has enough money to
like,
support
is this
themselves
your sperm? Did you donate the sperm? Then all right, you go with whoever donated the sperm. Then I just think like,
yeah, like that's the case. So firsthand, I know people that have fostered children that were in a bad situation. First of all, and that's like the first level of it, but they were also related to the kids. So like the kids were part of their own family, but they weren't their mother, and they were fostering them. And when it took a big fight and a big fuck up on the biological mom's side for her to get custody. But if she hadn't fucked up, they would have given her back to custody. Like they'll always prioritize, no matter how fucked up the biological parents are, they'll always prioritize.
Yeah, and in the American system, they tend to do that for sure. And I think part of it also is that,
and the kids even said like, oh, we want to stay with this person. And
the thing is, I think
that holds no weight.
And I think, Sarah, that type of scene you were looking for, I think it should have been there, but I think that was supposed to be that scene they cut out at the end.
Yeah.
Where, not cut out, it doesn't seem to have been
it just they gave like I call it the Unbreakable ending, which is like you get to the end of Unbreakable is like, it's great, and then I still love the movie, but
you get free screens.
Yeah, you free screen, and it's like, and it turns out he had killed millions of people and blah blah, and you're like, God damn it, you didn't give me the fucking satisfaction of the cut.
They play Louie.
It's very much that. Very much that. And I get it. I totally understand the American system and how it works here. Like if you donated that sperm or pushed that baby through, no matter how fucked up and how many people you've killed, usually you'll get the kids anyway. And I
don't think they give kids the killers, but yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think also,
I think that's the line they don't cross.
But I think we could probably find a case where that's happened.
But I think this episode in particular, the problem is that it's an episode that wanted to kind of ignore the core issue and instead got caught up in trying to do like fun stuff. Like they're trying to do fun stuff with Garak. They're trying to build the relationship with Garak and Bashir. They're trying to build the antagonism between Garak and Gul Dukat. And the problem is they did that at the expense of what the issue was. And I think, if I remember correctly, Ira Stephen Bear actually really specifically said he thought the only way to make this episode fun was to make it more about Garak. Because otherwise he didn't want another issue episode. And I don't actually agree with that.
I think it's fine to have an issue episode. I think it's...
Exactly.
Well, back in the 90s, issue episodes were like a thing. They were potentially taboo because like when, a very special episode of XYZ was on, like... It kind of stopped everything. It was like one of these.
But that could almost be every episode of Star Trek. Star Trek is about exploring issues. Like TNG explored this issue almost exactly. It was an episode called Suddenly Human, where that human kid was taken by aliens who had like saved the orphaned boy from a Federation settlement.
Very similar to that.
Raised him as his own. But the funny part is that episode is entirely about how the kid was trying to reacclimate to human living, and Picard at the end realizing, hey, if we take him away from his family, that's going to cause a second big trauma.
Yeah, that is how that ended.
So we're going to actually let him go back to the family he's always known.
Yeah.
In this episode, they just very unceremoniously in a commander's log at the end go, I decided to give him back to the Cardassians. It's like you're missing the most important part of the episode.
Yeah. And also wouldn't it have hit better if you saw why Benjamin made that call?
Yeah, like I wanted them to see make their cases because they both seem like genuine people.
Yeah.
His biological dad and his Bajoran dad both seem like genuine, caring people who actually care about this child.
I will say though that I thought it's like the general conceit that these two parties are amicable to having an arbitrator
Yes.
Just to decide this impossible problem. And they're like, sure, I'm cool with that. It felt like it's such a Star Trek assumption that people just go with that. Like, I would have thought DS9 would be more cynical.
But what I liked about it was that immediately you could tell both of them wanted to act in good faith in this process. They weren't trying to like fuck around. He was going to be like, wait, are you sure you're okay with me? And he was like, absolutely, you're a dad.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Right.
So,
I think so. Okay, so if I place myself in the shoes of the kid, it was a wrong decision.
right.
If I place myself in the shoes of the parents, of both parents, they did the right move. Because,
You think so? Even the Bajoran dad?
yes, because he was a victim. They were all victims.
Yes.
The dad was a victim of a political game and a horrible gone awry, but it's not his fault, Vivian. It's not his fault, and it's not the child's fault too.
Right.
And it's not, and it's also not fair to the guy who raised them. But because the stepdad had so many years, I think it's only fair that he have a few years with his son. Like if my kid got taken and someone raised them, I would want to have those years. I wouldn't want to like not be like that's the thing.
But that's what you want.
I understand, but you're not understanding that as a dad. Right now, you just said he didn't look enough. Now we don't know that. But to me,
that I don't know.
To me,
yeah,
it's not enough for me to go visit you. I need to. If I found you and you're 12, I'm going to try to make up those 6 years. I'm going to try to make up a lifetime of not knowing you.
But what if the dad is a Nazi?
I understand that. Here's the thing. If the dad's a Nazi, that's another thing. But I'm saying
That's actually part of what I really like about the episode is that there's so many of these complications. It's very complicated.
Well, that's like what DS9 is pretty much all about, isn't it? It's like every so often you're going to meet a Nazi who doesn't seem so bad, and oh no, he doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you take away the Nazi,
he's not just a regular person.
Just take two parents. Just take
and they
two
try
parents.
to divorce him from the process as much as possible. They keep going like, oh, he's a civilian leader. He was attacked, blah, blah, blah. So like they're trying to separate.
If I'm looking at this as a fucking viewer and as an, sure, yeah, maybe. But if I'm looking at this as a parent, I want those 6 years that I have left.
That's
with
fair.
that kid. Because, and this is the reason why I think it's very, and this is going to be maybe a little controversial, but I don't think like juries of your peer and stuff like that. Like I don't want someone who doesn't have a kid to weigh in on something that concerns this so much, because what the vision, the point of view I had before I was a dad to now is completely different, and I understand that now. You know what I mean? And I don't want that I wouldn't want that. It's like here is a real life example. There's in my kid's school, there's it's not inclusion, but it's like it's like you're an ambassador to all these cultures and races, right? That the school's gonna have, but it's led by a white lady, and there's people of color and there's Hispanic people, but it's like, well, shouldn't somebody that if we're trying to be like inclusive and include all these races, shouldn't it be a person of color or just somebody who has that like real world experience that go, yeah, I see your point of view. Good point of view, Rebecca.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Like you could learn a ton from your job, whatever you have, Sarah, right? The job, but like at the end of the day, like you get to go home. You know what I mean? From that job and divorce yourself from it and forget about it. Where I can't go home and forget about my kid.
But you're also like you're a good dad, and not everybody cares in that capacity.
You should listen to Splinter, Sarah.
That's the thing, is that like there are I agree with Sarah. I think you're coming at it from the perspective of a good parent. We have seen lots of bad parents who don't care.
I don't know, and I've seen them too.
Who are actually like, you know what, kid, you do your thing. If you don't want me in your life,
you get out of here.
And I get that, but here's the thing: is that like at the end of the day, you gotta give, you gotta give the benefit of the doubt. If someone wants
you have to remove your love for your son from this conversation.
True, but here's the thing. I'm gonna say something.
You're a good parent.
I may have mentioned it. I may have mentioned it, but I'll mention it again.
55% of people are not.
I don't know my biological dad.
Right? Yeah. But I remember.
Even though I got everything from my stepdad, everything. Like I wouldn't go back in time and change any other way.
Right.
If my biological father wants to come and like talk to me, I'm not going to say fuck off. I'm going to say, all right, let me hear what you like. I'm an asshole, but I'm not a fucking asshole.
But that's
does that make
okay.
any sense?
But what the thing is,
and it's my right to be like, fuck off, dude. You fucking abandoned me.
no. That's I'm not even going to talk about that. But the thing is, the episode didn't even let us see that.
Yeah.
He never.
And that's why it's
wasn't
not a fucking 10 or a 9 for me.
Yeah, I feel like the episode really needed to let the dads make this point that you're making.
Yeah. and I feel like that it would have been a great scene. It would have been like Measure of Man type shit if like you had the both dads and not even talking to Benjamin, to talking to each other, dude. You know what I mean?
To each other and with their son, and like they're all talking together, and they're like, "What do we do?"
And there's also a lot of like horrible energy to diffuse surrounding like Rugel's first meeting with his own father, where it's like, "You're a fucking butcher. I fucking hate you."
Yeah.
Like, how do you get from that?
That was
to,
not
and now I'm
unpacked
going to
at
live
all.
with
you. That was not unpacked
that's a
at
big
all.
The kid doesn't
gap
want it.
to-
He's
to
being
cross.
forced. I mean, when you see him being put in the fucking ship,
we're
like
not talking. Yeah, that's the thing. We're not talking about the
He's not
fact that
wanting it.
happened. We're talking about the
Yeah.
fact that they don't even think about it again.
Like we just see it happen and we don't see any developments about it.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part. It's like the episode eventually goes into this really convoluted. It turns out Gul Dukat planted his kid as an orphan in an orphanage a long time ago, just in case this opportunity ever arose.
Just to hedge some
plot.
bets.
Yeah, and that's so dumb. Like, what would have been, what I was hoping would happen, everything happens exactly the same. Like, Gul Dukat does all this, and then, like, Garak suspects all these things. But I wanted it to turn out that Garak was wrong. That Garak was like, I was seeing conspiracy where there wasn't any. And it turns out this was just a kid who was found and is his son. And then the episode continues, and the episode becomes about two dads trying to reconcile with their kid, and also about Garak not just being some sort of super soldier, super spy enigma who clearly knows everything. There is some vulnerability to him. And the vulnerability was driven by the fact that he hates Gul Dukat, you know? Like, that
I don't
might
know
have
what they're
been
trying to do with Garak right now. So, like, I'm not going to say what's better for his character as of this point, but like, I do agree that that would be a more satisfying episode, at least.
Yeah, like, I feel like the episode, again, I am harping on this again, like, because I agree with all of Ricardo's points. Like, we're not parents. We don't know what it's like. So we needed a scene where two ostensible parents make their case.
And also, it would have been good, like, as characters, and good as for Benjamin, that also, like, he has a son.
Yeah,
and like
that would have
If
been
they
another
all talked
interesting
together as dads.
Oh my
about
god,
this,
that would have been so
cool, too.
good. Yeah.
Yes.
And
they
Miles has
kinda
something to say
touched on
too.
it a little bit,
like
where like they were okay with Cisco being
but
that was it, though. That was the
mediator.
extent
That was it.
'Cause they're like, your dad
They
too,
only
so we
talked
get
long
it.
enough to introduce the
Yeah.
conflict, but not to talk it out and be like, well, like what is fatherhood in this scenario?
It's like to go back to like dudes that are in Congress voting on women's rights. Like, take yourself out of it, dude. You're not a woman. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
dude.
you get the fuck
fucking
out of
old
here.
white fuck.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like to me, like that's the same thing. Like, say, like, here's a stupid example, but look, I don't believe in circumcision because I think it's
I don't think that's
traumatizing.
stupid. I don't think that's stupid, actually.
And it's a mutilation of a child's body.
It's arguable, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, well, if it's your religious belief, then I can't. There's nothing to say. Like, it's weird that you're like, it's weird that people are like, you can't abort babies because blah, blah blah. But it's like, you're like, but as soon as they come out, you can fucking mutilate them, dude. You're okay with that. But like, as like talking to other parents, like I have really close friends that also have kids, same age, and we had this discussion, you know. And they're like, well, you know, like if the dad is a certain, you know, if the dad's circumcised, then maybe the kid should be circumcised. I'm like, yeah, but what if my dad beat me? Just because my dad beat me doesn't mean I should pass that on and beat my kid.
I mean, that's a weird argument to begin with. It's like, just because.
Yeah. And I'm like, just how about like you look at it like medically? Is it needed? Do we live in a third world? No, we have running water, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
Right.
So, but I'm like, that's my argument. But because I have a kid, but like at the same time, my kid's not your kid's not my kid, so you do what the fuck you want, dude. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Yeah, it's something that the episode, I think. See, that's all stuff that you could like have as a point of discussion in the episode, but they just don't.
Whether or not they want to circumcise Rugel.
You're like,
Exactly. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, did you circumcise my kid?
Well, you might.
I just
I
need
didn't
to
mean that.
know this.
I didn't mean
I
that
just need to
very
know this,
particular issue, but I meant like it would have been
The way you
interesting
said
when
it,
he was
it
like,
could have
they could have had a big debate over
We
you
could have had
pierced him
that.
for a fucking Bajoran earring.
Yeah.
yeah,
piece
something
of
like that.
shit,
He could have been
dude.
like, how dare you fucking put this earring on him or something
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
these would have all been so
I'm gonna
interesting.
take him back,
Kid's
and they're gonna
also
think
like
he's
12.
yeah.
you
And
know?
also, you put it on the gay ear. You know.
Also, I found it
the wrong
interesting
ear.
that
It's the
for an
wrong ear.
episode about fatherhood and fathers, the two characters that are fathers, their kids don't show up. You don't see Miles'
Yeah.
kid, and you don't see Jake. And I feel like you would have had really interesting moments, especially with Jake. Like Jake would have been a really good additional character in this episode to be kind of hanging out with Rugal. I feel like that might have like.
But then they would have become too good of friends. And then what about poor Nog?
You know what I was thinking? Guys? How come they let you pierce, like if you have a daughter, they'll let you pierce her ears, you know, as a
Mhm.
baby.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you get the baby septum pierced, they're good, they'll lose their shit, dude. Like it's crossing the line. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Might as well get the baby's
technically-
fucking belly button pierced and whatever
Yeah.
nipples pierced, I guess, at that point, right?
Technically, the septum is a slightly more dangerous place to pierce. It's part
I'm
of
just
it.
saying, dude.
Yeah.
It feels like
Also, I personally am not a big fan of when they do pierce little babies'
Yeah,
ears.
they have
I
like
think that's
newborns
odd.
and they like have earrings
Yeah,
and stuff.
I
and I'm
don't
like, wow,
agree with
that's
that.
crazy.
But it's not the worst thing that happens to kids, I guess.
yeah,
So there's other battles to fight.
yeah.
Probably.
I
It's a weird
actually
hill to
think
die on.
I actually personally think the act of circumcision is worse.
100%,
than
yeah,
ear
yeah.
piercing. So,
But you know what? At the end of the day, like whatever, dude. It's not my kid. You do what
I
you
mean,
do.
you essentially
You torture your
change-
kid, dude.
I mean, this is TMI, but it does change the way their penis feels for the rest of their life. Like it does affect them. So I mean, it is a thing.
Yeah.
So
you should ask him.
I
Yeah.
feel that's a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure. You turn age of consent, and you're like, I do want to be circumcised. Go ahead.
I feel like you turn 18 and
Go ahead.
you're like three questions. One, do you want to do to belong to a religion? No. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. That's one question.
Be
you
aware
wanna be
though.
circumcised?
No, you go, but be aware. These religions come with circumcision, so
Yeah.
choose them.
Two,
How do
two-
like we've been spending like the last 10 minutes on foreskin again, guys.
Yeah, dude. Well,
God
it's
damn
important, dude.
It always
and it's
gets
really-
back to
and
goddamn
then there's, like,
foreskin.
Third question, do you want to join the army? No?
Right,
Okay, cool,
right.
cool. A fourth question, do you want a cigarette? No, did you guys...
The fourth question is regular or menthol.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what.
dude, did you guys hear that they changed smoking age to 21?
I know. Yeah, they
Which
did.
is fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
Very fucked
yeah.
up, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy
why?
because like you can get drafted at 18, right?
I know.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Which is
My dad doesn't
nuts.
listen to this podcast, so I'm going to say it. My niece was like, "Oh, can you buy me cigarettes?"
Oh,
And
yeah,
she's in,
yeah,
She's
I
in
heard
college, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're like 20, dude. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Did you lose your ID or something?" And she's like, "No, you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes." And I'm like,
Is that
well, first of all,
everywhere?
yeah,
I think
well,
it's,
at
I
least
think
here
it's
in
federal
California.
now.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so fucking stupid, dude. Like that you can get sent off to war, but I can't have a ciggy before I go kill Nazis, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Yeah,
priority
we've
of the
brought this
country.
up before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
crazy.
It really chaps my butthole, dude.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
a
what?
couple of last points that I didn't get a chance to say before, but
Oh.
I like how in every Bashir bumbling scene, there's just enough substance also happening for Cisco to begrudgingly go ahead.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh, like there is definitely something going on here, but Jesus, Bashir, get it together.
Well, by the end, he goes, "Yeah, come in here, Bashir. Ask your questions." I feel like this is a good Bashir episode too. Like, there's a lot going on for him that's meaningful.
Yeah, he is like getting some actual legwork in for once.
But one of the weirder scenes is Bashir doing the investigation with the seller guy who says the Bajoran dad was beating his kid. Like, it should have been Odo. Shouldn't Odo have been investigating instead
Probably,
of Bashir?
yeah.
It's a little odd, but
And also, one last thing, when they started questioning Rugal about how he couldn't remember anything before he was 4, I was like, is something happened to this kid? Is like, it feels a little weird that he wouldn't remember anything.
Do you remember something
From
when
that
you were 4 years old?
Yeah, a couple of stuff, a couple of things.
I remember a few
really
things.
Remember
I remember
much.
some things from when I was like 2.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember my parents getting married.
Mhm.
And then when I was a little older, my mom was like, "Oh, do like, it's time to sit you down. Your dad's not your dad." I'm like, "Wow, I know. I was at the wedding." She's like, you remember that? He's like, yeah, it was 3, bro.
You're like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
so exactly. So when
Yeah.
they start asking Rugal all these questions, like,
Yeah.
I don't remember anything before I was 4. I was like, are you real?
Some
Are you
people don't.
artificially made?
Some people
to
don't.
be
I mean,
fair,
I don't.
Some people don't.
remember
Some people
much.
don't.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people don't.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Some people
granted,
don't.
granted. Yeah.
Some people don't even come online until they're like 6 or 7. Then
Yeah.
they'll start making memories.
That's
I mean,
me.
I've
Actually,
lost whole decades of my life, dude.
I feel like I didn't really come online until I was like 8.
Wow, that's
We don't need to
8
call
or
it
9.
coming online, guys.
Yeah, dude. You say it. Say I
wasn't
didn't get
born.
turned on.
I didn't get turned on until
Yeah, mentally. You gotta say mentally though, dude.
mentally. I didn't get
Yeah.
mentally. Yes.
Yeah.
We
No,
weren't
but like
activated.
seriously, I was
Yeah, you're-
because my niece was texting me today. I think she's in 4th grade, and I told her, and I just was like, which is crazy. She's texting me. I just was like, 4th grade was the first grade I kind of remember a little bit more.
Oh,
Every other grade
Wow.
before that, I don't really remember.
I remember the first time I
wow.
held a girl's hand, and you were like, "Oh, I guess you're my girlfriend." That was kindergarten.
Oh wow.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember
Yeah.
kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd, 3rd, all the way up to 4th is really.
I
where
don't.
it
I don't. I
begins
don't remember
that
in my
much.
head. You know how some kids are like, "Oh, girls' cooties." I don't. That I don't. Since the beginning of time, I'd never had that.
I got shoved to the ground once by a girl in kindergarten.
And then you said, "No, "I'm gonna
Aw.
fucking."
Or like, or it might have been 1st grade. But yeah,
Aw.
that's what I remember.
Did you hit her, dude?
I don't recall.
If
I
there's
don't
any
think I
time to
did.
do it, it's when you're like in elementary school, dude.
I don't think
that's
I
about
did.
it.
Missed
That's
my
the only
chance.
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I don't really remember beyond that. I mean, I remember like little bits and pieces, but they're very few.
You don't remember the first time you went to the movie theater?
I
No.
mean, I actually remember
I don't.
so I have a memory of when I was a little baby and actually still in a stroller. I remembered being
pamper?
in a very I remembered being in a very dark room with lights, like streaming lights, but it was very loud. I remember being very upset and bored. I didn't cry, but I was very upset and bored.
Were you in a
remember your
casino?
birthday? Yeah.
But it turns out I was in a movie theater because my mom was like,
Ah.
Got it.
that
That's
was
what
when
they told you it was.
That's when
Yeah.
we took you in a stroller, and then your dad and I watched on for Red October at a movie theater. We just had your stroller in the aisle. I don't know why
They
you
were
remember
big Tom
that.
Clancy fans. Like, we gotta see this movie.
And that was
Uh,
1990, I think, right?
yeah.
Hunt for Red October is 1990, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that would have been
So
2.
here's the
Yeah.
thing about me. I could tell you what theater I saw a movie in, who I
Mhm.
saw it with, who's in the
Mhm.
movie, probably who the cinematographer is for the right movie. But I can't tell you what I ate for breakfast last week.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, that's
Yeah.
that'll go away.
Yeah.
That'll disappear.
I think the first movie I remember watching in a theater was Beauty and the Beast, which would have been 91.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching Titanic in theaters, but I was already quite old, I think.
I remember the first time I watched a movie in theaters with just friends was very stupid example. It was Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
What?
Uh-huh.
That was the one where I watched only with friends. Before that, we had watched only VHSs and stuff. I was very much like a VHS watch at home guy for things.
I remember watching Commando in the movie theater. So that's how old I am.
Oh, that must
I
have been.
mean, I went to the
fun as
movie theaters a
hell.
lot. I just
Oh,
don't remember what the
man.
first movie is I
The-
saw.
my movie theater had like full size burritos.
Oh shit, that's
yeah.
good.
In fact, I was still in high school when the AMC in Puente, or that theater at the mall where the
Mhm.
Back to the Future thing was filmed,
Mhm.
still sold burritos. It was those,
Oh, wow.
those like there was the frozen burritos that you would heat up, but
Yeah.
they
But
would
they're
have the
full
red,
size,
the
but
green,
they're
they had the
full
red,
size.
the green, and the bean and cheese, and
And this was an
you-
AMC.
AMC, and they would heat
Yeah.
them up there, and I think they were like
Wait, were they
$3.
Tina's?
I think they were Tina's. I think they were Tina's.
Tina's
Yeah.
would have been full size burritos. So
Yeah, they're full size. They're full size burritos.
yeah.
Bless her heart.
I remember the
Yeah.
AMC in Norwalk. They used to have like this delicious cheese dog where it wasn't squirt cheese. They would put like real like
Ooh.
Fontina cheese or something
Yeah.
below the dog, and it would melt. And I was like, these hot dogs are the most delicious hot dogs. And they stopped doing them. And then I just,
Wow.
you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
We veered far off from this episode,
Yeah.
but
now we're waxing nostalgic.
Yeah. Anyway,
About
Yeah.
childhoods.
Uh,
but you know what?
this was a missed
I'm an
opportunity
eight.
for some
Oh,
fatherly.
I gotta go to the Discord rating. I'm so
to the
sorry,
Discord,
everybody.
dude.
Tell
I
us
almost
what
fucked up
Discord's
with Imaginathan. So
I mean, I just
they're
think that we all agree that it was a missed opportunity for some fatherly love and talk and relationship.
Yeah.
I want to say we're probably pretty close to their mark.
Yeah.
This week's Discord rating is actually a median of 8. The average is 7.8. So pretty much exact.
I picked
dude.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
So last week we were all over the place, and this week we're all in agreement. That was Cardassians, everyone. It should have been called Fathers. Something else.
It should have been called Sins of the Father.
Papa.
Again, more Sins of the Fathers. No, they should have been called Sins of the Fathers.
Yeah.
Like Predator and Predators.
And then Sin of the Father 3. And then Sin of the Father versus Predator.
Sin of the Father 3 Resurrection.
Resurrection. Yeah, damn it.
No, it needs to be called You're Not My Real Dad.
You're not my real dad.
Whatever, Mom. You're not my real dad.
Everybody, thanks for listening. If you guys want to, give us a like or a rating wherever you are, that'd be great. YouTube, Apple Podcasts,
Please,
wherever, Spotify,
rate us.
if you want. Also, if you guys want these episodes early, you can always check that out at our Patreon and or our YouTube channel membership. Both of those are only $1.99 a month, and both get you a week early access to new episodes, access to the private Discord, $5 discounts on all t-shirt merch moving forward, bunch of other stuff.
They are redundant. You don't need to get them both.
Isn't $5 discount just another slang for like stealing something?
What?
It's a five-finger discount.
Yeah, five-finger discount refers to the hand you use to steal.
That's how I know you've never stolen anything, Sarah.
You don't need to know an idiom to steal.
I know, but she's so innocent about that type of thing. She didn't know the full idiom's name.
Nah, Sarah stole it.
Oh, it's five finger.
Yeah.
Because I heard you say it, like $5 discount. I was like, isn't there a saying that's like,
I give you $5 to steal these clothes. The $5 is to pay off the security guard as you run out with the clothes.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Because I instantly was like, yes, I'm going to do the $5 discount. I totally would have said that too, in real life, and then it would have been like, "Wait, what? What do you mean? Do you mean five-finger discount?"
We're not running a promotion.
Very good. You know what? Speaking of merch, head on over to our merch store, fugitiveframes.store. You can check out the "This Machine Kills Fascists" Bathleth T-shirt, and we're coming up with a new shirt next episode on TNG, which we'll talk about.
Holy moly!
Yeah, well, next episode.
All the shirts. Everyone's going to get a new wardrobe by the end of the show.
Yeah, you go to fugitiveframes.store.
It's Marvin's new wardrobe, that's for sure. He's constantly wearing
There's so many samples
shirts.
now.
It's like, I feel like you don't wear any other shirt.
Well, I want to make sure. I'm trying to see how they wear out. That's actually legitimately what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
They are
see.
the Comfort Colors brand, which is my favorite type of t-shirt. Make like the Comfort Colors is like they make really soft.
Wait, when you say Comfort Colors brand, is that actually the name of the brand?
It's the name of the brand, yeah. Comfort Colors.
Okay, so it's not referring at all to the colors itself.
So they actually called it Comfort Colors as a company because they have
that pisses me off.
Well, they have a different type of dyeing method. So basically,
they better.
What they do is they
name like that. They play baby lullabies.
So other types of t-shirt dyeing methods, when you dip them to dye them, they get stiffer and they get a little bit more uncomfortable. Comfort Colors, they call themselves that because they went out of their way to dip it in types of dyes that make sure the cotton actually stays soft. So they're intentionally
that's the thing is their t-shirts are so soft and not soft in the I feel like this is gonna fall apart kind of way. It's like soft and it's comfortable. Like it's my favorite shirt. Every time I get a t-shirt and I love it and I look at the brand, it's a fucking Comfort Colors and I'm like, oh, I love this brand of t-shirt.
And
if anyone listening has a shirt and can vouch for this softness, sound off.
Yes, Comfort Colors and a lot of band t-shirts use it. It's great. I love.
And the thing is, I do not like wearing merch shirts that are uncomfortable. Dan and I have gotten lots of Comic-Con volunteer shirts, and a ton of them I just never wore because I was like, this is super uncomfortable because it's all film on the front. It's very stiff. So we intentionally, so we intentionally went out of our way to make sure that they're comfortable. And if it's a large design, we're doing a direct to garment, not direct to film, so that it's comfortable. It'll last not quite as long, but I would prefer to prioritize the comfort over the fact that you may not even want to wear it because it's uncomfortable.
I mean,
So-
they last.
One of those graphic prints that can't breathe through the graphic.
Exactly. Yeah. If it's big, like the Bathleth t-shirt, it's a small thing, so it's actually film and it feels comfortable. I'm fine with it. If I'm fine with it, it's fine. But the next design is much bigger, so that one is direct to garment, so it's much breathable. It's very breathable. It's much more comfortable. But yeah, and it also you can get that $5 discount by going to patreon.com/newbie Star Trek. So there you go. And also, if you guys ever want to send us an email, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. This week, we actually have an email from Australia, and it actually ties in to something that we did on the podcast earlier, an interview we did. So it's Con the Musical Australia. So
great.
It goes,
Did it
"Hi,
actually
newbie."
happen?
So here he goes. Look, "Hi, newbies, longtime fan of the show and ST at large. I'm Sam, she, her, and I'm one of the producers of the upcoming Australian production of Con the Musical, a parody tricktacular created by friend of the show, Brent Black. I was hoping to shamelessly use your platform to spread the word beyond our usual community theater circle and see if any of your listeners in the Sydney to Illawarra area of New South Wales have an interest in amateur theater, in which case they should look for the Rising Arts Productions and the Side Door Theater on Facebook and Instagram to be among the first to hear about auditions when they begin, probably sometime next month in September." So by the time this episode comes out, it will be September. "In particular, we're hoping listeners can spread the word enough that we can find appropriate actors for the roles of Sulu and Uhura, as our local theater community is, to put it bluntly, overwhelmingly white. Thanks for your help and keep up the good work. Love, Sam." So I thought that would be a good email to read out just so we can...
I just want to say it's not racist if you're doing like a thick Australian accent, but it is racist if you do like a Asian accent.
Like you try to do
we established earlier,
like a Sulu accent, like a George Takei accent.
Yeah,
they're all going, "Oh my." So
there was a Sulu in Con the Musical. Yes,
there was. So yeah, if you guys are in the Australia, Sydney to Illawarra area, I know we do have listeners in Australia. So if you guys are, check that out. Check that if you want to check out their production. Check it out.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Can't make it out there, just check a sickie.
All right. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks Sam for the email. And you know what? Next episode on TNG, we are finally reaching an infamous episode of TNG called Phantasms. And that is what the t-shirt is based on. So we're going to talk about the thing when we see it. And yeah, that's what's going to happen. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you guys next time for Phantasms. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care, y'all.